everybody, welcome back to another episode of Adrenaline Motorsports and RCs. If it's your first time coming on and watching the videos, thank you for joining, and hope you like these videos. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell button to continue watching more episodes of RCs that I have that I will end up getting. But like I said in my last video, that I'm gonna come up with another video. I'm gonna make another video of my axial, that my SCX10 that I have had for the past couple years. This is actually my very first crawler that I've ever had, and I gotta say I love the thing. It's been a couple years since I have done anything with it, but I'm basically dusted her off and tried to take her out today, but some stuff happened. Well, something happened to it that I had to cut the run short. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the truck. I love it. So let me show you guys what the body looks like. So as you guys can see here, it's the Tamiya F250 Body. I ended up putting the rubber mirrors on it because you end up using the plastic ones, and it's happened already. I put the plastic ones on, they ended up breaking, so I got these rubber ones that bend and don't break, which are great, absolutely great. And here you go, you guys can see more of the body here. I did end up extending the body myself. As you guys can see, I went with the two-tone. If you guys know the Ford editions that they have, or trim levels that they have, I'm sorry, they have this one, this color scheme, which is the King Ranch, which is the colors that I like. As you guys can see, don't mind the mess on the desk, on the table here. It's my little workbench. This right here is for the lights or for the motor, one of those. I don't have a battery or anything connected to it right now, but as you guys can see here, I have 95mm tires on there. These are axial bead locks, 95mm tires, front and back, all four corners. I gotta end up painting or tinting up the rear windows because the fronts are dark. Again, she's still all dusty and everything. I just took her out of the closet earlier. Again, tried to take her out for a run, but had some carnage, so wasn't able to really do anything with it. And as you guys can see, I did a hood cowl on here, which I used a hood, another hood that I made a cowl. So now let's see what's underneath here. Yep, I have her velcroed on, as you guys can tell. Alright, so now that I got that body off, here's my little mechanism that I have with the velcro to hold the front of the body on. These are, I believe, 93mm. I believe they're 93mm G-Mead XD shocks on it, which I really like these shocks. They look really good. This right now is just the Dumbo RC receiver that I'm using, just for right now, because this receiver is actually going to go into the Hummer that's right there. That's why all this right here is such a mess, because there's a transmission for it. This is where I work on it, and that's where I just have it sitting there. So yeah, I do have the battery in the back. One of the things that I found out today was that the front of it keeps on wanting to tip backwards, and the battery being so heavy on the back, I wanted to put that on the front. But I got to be careful with that, because once the shocks compress all the way down, as you can see, the servo goes up top of the chassis. So what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to wind up changing the ESC here, transfer that to the back somewhere, and probably most likely put this battery going sideways on the chassis itself, so that way I can get more weight up front so it doesn't tip as easy. On the back, here's my little makeshift thing for the body mount, basically, which is kind of supposed to be like that, so the body sits on there perfectly. I am using a 7.4 volt 5000 mAh battery, nickel metal hydrate battery. I want to get into the lipos, but I'm just scared of them blowing up and burning everything. So I know they've gotten a lot safer. So what I did here was, because I extended the body and I actually shortened up the bed. I'm actually going to put this on backwards just to show you guys. So since I extended the body and I actually shortened the bed, it's actually shorter than what it's usually. The bed is actually longer. If you can really look right here in the different angle of the light, there you go, right there, you can actually see where I mended it together, which if you look under here, there you go. As you can see, I had some styrene, put them on, and made the bed shorter. Here's the inside. I do have a light kit on there. I got lights in the back, lights on the front. There's my switch, and it has a separate battery for it. What I want to do also is the bed, as you guys can see, when I put it down, the bed moves. What I want to do is on the inside, I want to put something so it can end up staying together and not be as movie and flimsy as this one is. So I have this tow hitch on here. Do not remember, again, I've had this truck since the SCX10 first came out. I've had it that long. This actually used to be a SCX10 Dingo, which I had extended the rear. If you guys can see it right in there. Let me get a little pointer here for you. So if you guys can see right here, that right there is an aluminum piece that I ended up cutting the same size as the C-channel chassis. So I did that so I could extend this rear here, extend that back, so the body would fit perfectly onto the chassis. So this chassis is actually longer than the Dingo, and I believe the Honcho. So what I'm going to do is grab my trusty tape measure here, a little Fat Max. So from center there, from center right there to about center here, as you guys can see, we're looking at about 12 3/8 of an inch. So I think it's a little longer than the Honcho, at least the original that came out. So here you guys are. Like I said, I was going to show you in my last video, I was going to show you what the what it looked like. This is just an ESC that I gotten off of eBay years ago. I mean, it has a fan on it. It runs cool. I haven't had any issues with it. I'm using a 35 turn RC 4-wheel drive brushed motor. One of the things I want to try to do is I want to try to lower the rear end of the truck. As you guys can see right there how I just put it on the chassis and the back end just opens up down here. So I want to try to keep this nice and closed like that so that line looks perfect just like that, but it's not. So I want to try to lower the rear end, or I might just actually keep it like this just for the main fact of the shocks. And you can see the shocks and I love it. They can see the shocks like that. I'm going to try to get some red paint tint stuff that they have, and I want to tint these lights in the back red, so that light looks good, looks better than it does. But I did end up doing a run of it today that caused some carnage to it, which it's in the video. It's in the part that I did earlier, but I was going to show you guys now. You know, since I'm back in my house in the garage, and I'll be able to show you what type of carnage I did. So if you guys look under here, the link came off, or the end link. There's the end link there. The link is right there, which should be connected to there, but it's not. What I found out is that the link is actually short. Again, I did this years ago. I cut that link too short, so it ended up slipping off of the end link there. So now I have some so now I got some work to do with that. I'm not gonna do that until I get that bad boy done. That right there is gonna be another project that I'm gonna be doing on another time. So let's not pay attention to that one right now. Let's just pay attention to that one, because that is almost done. That's not in this video, but that is almost done. So guys, keep watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and enjoy this part of the video that I'm going to be posting up. Have a good one. Be safe. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Have a good one. Alright, so here we are. I got my SCX10 1 out. So let's put this thing to work and see how this thing drives. And let's see this bad boy in action. I mean, the 35 turn motor is actually I think it's a good enough speed for it. Yes, I am running a brushed motor in it. And there she goes, fumble.
Guys, let me know what you guys think, if I should put some little bigger tires on it. I think these are probably a little bit too small. I've been able to. One of the things that I just cannot get it up there. I might have to change the battery location for this thing, put it in the front of the truck so it doesn't make the front as light as possible. As light. So I'm having another issue now. If you guys take a look here, this is part of my link that goes right there. This is basically the end of my run with it, because I'm gonna have to redo it. But man, look at that body. That just looks absolutely amazing. There's a couple things that I want to redo on it, but that hood, I love the way that hood came out. The way I did this hood was I basically had two cabs, which I cut, and I ended up using to make this back door. The hood, I ended up cutting the hood, the upper part of this piece of the hood right here. So where the hood comes up like this, as you can see here, the hood right here that comes up, and this, I ended up cutting another one out, and I made this shroud on there. But God, this body looks absolutely amazing. Love it. So there you go, guys. That's my SCX10 that I've been telling you guys that I was going to do a video on. There it is. Unfortunately, the link. The next thing I'm going to wind up getting for this is I'm going to get new wheels. I'm going to get wheel arches for it. So stay tuned. There will actually be more coming out for this truck that I'm also going to do. So please hit that like button, subscribe, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.